If you were the only girl in the world and I were the only boy. I'm going to talk about something that many people say that mental health professionals should never, ever do. But I do it. I do it from time to time. And that is, there's this sort of, I guess, unwritten law that mental health professionals, that psychiatrists, they should not tell somebody what to do. They should sort of keep things open and just sort of guide the patient, but never actually give them suggestions or recommendations. Now, I do think that's true, and probably true most of the time, that you work with somebody, you listen to them, you try to connect where they are at. But I would argue there are times when helping them with a particular recommendation could be incredibly powerful and meaningful and even necessary. We are trained to look at life, to try to understand the human mind, the human heart as best we can. We aren't perfect, but we've done a lot of reading, we've done a lot of studying, we've been trained, and therefore sometimes we may see things in such a way that the best way to help somebody is not just to be this sort of blank slate and just sort of sit there and listen and sort of coax and in a subtle way sort of move the patient, move somebody in a certain direction. That may be the best strategy sometimes, but sometimes it's important to give direct advice, direct recommendation. Let me take the case of Pete. Pete comes to me and he says to me, "Doctor, my life is falling apart. Here's what happened. I'm at work and I'm married. First of all, I'm married. I have a wife. I have 3 kids. It's a great marriage. I love my kids. They're ages 10, 8, and 6. But I'm at work and I met somebody. I met somebody at work. The next thing I know, she texted me and I texted her back. It all sort of seemed to be quite innocent. And then the innocence became a little bit not so innocent, and a little bit of inappropriate kind of flirtatious things started to be said. And I sort of got into it. And next thing I know, we're getting more and more involved with each other. I don't know what to do, doctor. I'm getting very attracted to her. I love my wife. I don't want to ruin my life, and I'm scared. What should I do? So at that point, me as a psychiatrist, I have to think, how am I going to help this person? So yeah, in a way we could talk. We could explore this person's past and his own upbringing, his parents, and the nature of their marriage, and his sense of past relationships, and try to look how he deals with things when he is attracted to something that might be not healthy for him. We could go through all of that. But he tells me she's invited me over for dinner this coming Friday night. And I could tell my wife that I have a business meeting, and what should I do? So there's no time to process. There's no time here to go through all the psychoanalytic aspects of things, to do cognitive behavioral therapy, to do dialectical behavioral therapy, to talk about all the ways that he should get close to his soul and try to understand his real inner self. There's no time for this. Pete is on the edge of a cliff. He's about to totally ruin his life. So what do? I tell him, you have to exit this immediately. You may have to quit your job if this is getting too close. You need to block her totally. I would proclaim as a mental health professional that in times like this, it is our job, it's our responsibility, it's our duty to carefully instruct somebody when they're on the edge of the cliff, not to just sort of sit there and be a blank slate, but we need to give them direction, be specific and be strong, and help them to be strong, and say, we'll meet again tomorrow and the next day, and we'll reinforce this. To me, that is much better treatment. And you may say, but it's breaking one of those laws of mental health. Sorry, but that's what needs to be done when you're on the edge of the cliff. If you were the only boy in the world and I were the only girl, you have to look at your marriage, the preciousness of marriage, and look at it that your spouse is your everything, and you want to give everything to her or to him, and not do anything that's going to ruin that precious relationship.